So it's been a while since I've given you an update on the fence, so let's check it out and see where we're at. I started with these smaller posts, made myself a couple of jigs, and poured these the caps for the top. I know you could buy caps, and I looked at that option, but the problem I had was when our fence guys poured these posts, they didn't finish them off on the top very well, and there was steel sticking out, and they were all different heights. So I would have had to pour to level them. So if I had to do that, I made up the jig and poured the cap as well, which made it cheaper than buying them. There was 17 of the smaller posts all the way around. And then I had to make another jig for these larger posts. I have a larger post every 5 here. There's 2 in the corner, as well as on either side of the gate. So we got that jig made and got those poured. That first couple were fairly easy. These ones here were a little trickier. We've bought something that goes on this wall. I won't just let you know what that is yet, because you'll have to follow along to see what we're doing with this wall. But we then came over this way. I did that very far corner, and then the last 2 were these 2 gate posts. The one on the right was fairly straightforward. I made it higher than the others because the small gate posts are higher, and that was done so that it didn't interfere. There was no interference by the overhang when you open the small walk-in gate. So then I carried that through over to here, and because the ground kind of drops on this side, this one had to be quite a bit higher. Plus we had to work around this stainless steel bar from the fence, from the gate. So I actually poured it. It wasn't high enough, had to pour again to get it to the desired height. I did that yesterday, so about to strip that off this morning. And I've got a bit of work to do to sort of tidy up where the pour meets the old or the existing fence so that it's nice and smooth. I've done that along the north side. And then yesterday we decided to start to do some painting. I bought some primer, and then the plan is to paint this to match the house, with the posts and beams being done in white and the panels in a gray. So we started up this side yesterday because it gave us a little bit of shade in the afternoon, and Noon and I worked together, and we managed to paint the posts and the beams on this side pretty much down this whole side. And that's just a primer on them. Find that paint here, I'm gonna have to really be careful on what I'm buying for paint, because the primer I got is very thin and quite watery, so I'm gonna have to look at what the different quality of paints are as I move forward. But here you can see where I've patched along between the existing post and the new post, and then once you paint it, it pretty much all disappears and looks like it always belonged, and that's what we're after. I didn't come all the way down because our fence guys did not render the bottom beam here when they did the fence last year. I would like to get them back to do that before I finish off the bottom. I also am going to need to buy myself a pressure washer so I can clean it off really well, get rid of any of the black mold before we try to paint. Otherwise it just comes right through again. So a few things to do, but what I'm going to do this morning is I'm going to paint the inside of the north side of the fence, and See how that goes. Oh, here we have the little Thai lady planting flowers. How are your flowers?
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah? Oh yeah, they are.
Yeah, they bloom now.
Yeah. Yeah, they are looking nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is why I need a pressure washer, so I can clean that off. And I want to get the guys back to pour this bottom beam so we can finish the fence here. So this morning, before it gets too hot, I'm going to attempt to paint the inside of the fence. So I'll do that, and when we got another update, we'll let you know. So yesterday, I got all of the priming done on the posts and beams all the way down the inside of the fence. And actually this morning I've cracked open the white, the finish color, and I've started cutting in on some of the areas and doing around the caps and the tops. The finish color paint seems better than the primer. It's thicker, so hopefully we'll be good with one coat, but we'll have to see. Trying to get, I'm busy cutting in all the way down here now, then probably do the outside and then try to roll it all in. So my goal for today is to try to get all of the primed white that I've done, to get it all of the primed areas, to get it painted white. So we'll see, depending on how I handle the heat. If it gets too hot, well, we'll have to quit. But so far she's looking good. So once we get her closer, or we get a better look at her, we'll give you another look and see how it goes. But nothing more done on the front, just on this side here. Well, our lights arrived today. Ordered from Lazada, which is the Thai version of Amazon. Ordered 16 lights. What happened was, we first bought one. We bought this one here, the bigger one. This is a bigger light here. It looks like this here. And we first tried that one on the post, and we'd also bought a smaller one, which is this one here. We bought these from Thai Watsadoo. And we thought maybe we'd go with the big ones, or a mixture of the big ones and small ones. The big one was 1,680 baht. So counting up all my posts at 24, it was, I don't think so. We're looking at 40,000 baht, well over $1,000, over $1,500 for lights. I thought, no, that's too much. So we said, let's go with the smaller ones on the small post and the big ones on the big post, which meant we needed 7 of these and 17 of these. This one we searched around, eventually bought from Global. Got them for about 1,300 and something, so got them a little cheaper, which has helped. We ended up buying, I think we have, yeah, the rest are in there. We got 7 of those for our big post. Found this one on Amazon for 450. It was about 790 at Thai Watsadoo, but I didn't really want that one as much because it was loaded with lots of posts and pegs and things, so you can stick it in the ground. Didn't really want that, so found that one on Thai Watsadoo on Lazada for 450. But we found these ones, which turns out look identical, same kind of remote, everything. Where are we at? Oh yeah. Sorry, there we are. This is a picture here. And we got these for, I think, 370 each. So a huge difference from where we first started to what we got. But now we have 24 lights, and I have some of my fence painted already. So soon it'll be time to start putting up some lights. Oh, we got the lights all up. Give you a look here. See, this being a large post, we put one of the larger lights. Then this one of the smaller posts, we put the smaller light. The larger posts were 30 centimeters by 30 centimeters, so 12 inch by 12 inch before they were rendered. And these ones were 8 inch by 8 inch. So what we did was we followed that through. I've painted all of the white part on this side of the fence, and we have the small lights up on them all. Well, actually we have all the lights up. And then you can see again as we get to a larger post, we have the large light again. And then we follow that sequence through down the rest of this side here. And then on the corner here we have 2 large posts, so I put 2 of the larger lights here and then back into the same scenario. There is no large post here in between here and the gate, so they are all small ones. And we put the large ones on either side of the gate, which actually looks quite nice, I think. So you can see both of those. And then we go back to the small ones again, because all of the remaining posts are small with the exception of the corner. This side here, we've really only painted the tops of the posts. I don't have anything else done on it. I have a bit of priming, but not much. More work to be done on that yet. And then the large one in the corner. We did not put big ones on either side of the walk-in gate. First I thought I would, but because they're so close together, I thought that really wouldn't look that good. So that's what it looks like in the daytime with the lights up. So now I'll show you what it looks like at night. I don't know how well you can see them in the darkness, but I thought I would give you a look at how my lights look at night on my posts. I think they're looking pretty damn sharp. I'll try to take a few photos and from a few different angles and give you a bit of a different look as well, but I'm pretty happy with how my lights came out of my fence. So if you like this video, give me a like. If you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe. With that, we'll leave it there and catch you on the next video.